Morning. It's video time. You know what? I lost my fancy nameplate thing that I made, to put here. It was on the blue piece of paper. It said Shannon, my little fancy frou-frou name deal. I lost it. Totally lost it. I don't know what I did with it. I hope I didn't throw it away in some kind of bizarre cleaning accident, but I'm sure I'll find it eventually, shoved between some papers or something, but I'm a little bummed about that. Because I guess I could make a new one since all I did was scribble my name on a piece of paper. Yeah, so I'll work on that. I have just a couple of things to show this morning. I hope one of them is not my belly. I'm still in my jammies, and my shirt I wear big t-shirts, and they tend to kind of get into the frame sometimes, and when I'm watching the videos I'm just horrified because it looks like I've got like this huge gut that's so big that it sneaks into the frame, and I promise you that's not it. Well, okay, sometimes that is it, but most of the time it's just my t-shirt. I went to Tuesday morning day before yesterday. Look how pitiful. I have never had a more pitiful Tuesday morning run. Like their scrapbook paper was gone. They had just like everything was all picked over, and it looked like they hadn't restocked their craft stuff in months. Either that or someone like me had just been there and bought all the good stuff before I could, which would be irritating. But this is all I found. I spent $3.88. But I'll show you what I got anyway. Because they have this off and on. It's a fabric paint, and this goes with some kind of a sprayer or a pump deal. I don't know. Anyway, but this is a really good white paint, and I've bought several of these there, and I just like it for just a regular white craft paint. And it was 99 cents, so they had one left. I grabbed it. And then they had some of this iron fusible web stuff in the little roll, and I use this all the time for different things. I use it sometimes to iron fabric onto paper to make journal covers. So it was $1.99, and this stuff is usually pretty pricey, so I went ahead and grabbed that. Oh yeah, and this fabric paint stuff was marked at 99 cents, but it rang up for 79. So I don't know what that was all about, but yay me. And okay, I haven't really even looked at this, but it was just like this in the store. Somebody had, I guess, torn into it to see what it was all about, and I just kind of flipped through it, and it looked like some kind of little book. So, it was originally $16. It was marked down to $2.49. I get to the checkout, it rang up as $1.99, and then $1.19 off of that for some kind of promotional savings. I don't know. So what is that? 80 cents? I got it for 80 cents. You can't just leave that in the store for 80 cents. You just have to bring it home and do something with it. I don't know what. But let's see what it is. It looks like a refill for some kind of, well, here. It has a label. Let's read. It is a blank book. 12 sheets from www.kolo.com, K-O-L-O. And I don't know if it's some kind of scrapbooking thing or for pictures or what. Yeah, it's a refill blank booklet. Acid-free, archival, blah, blah, blah. So it's a refill for some kind of something. I don't even know what. I'd intended to go to the website and look it up and see what it was all about, but I didn't, or I haven't yet. But it's got 3 holes punched in it, so, apparently it goes into some kind of binder system. It's got a stitched binding, which I liked, and it has this little peephole in the front. Oh, look. Comes already with some adhesive, so you can put your whatever there and then glue that down. And then it's just blank, kind of cream colored stock. And it's pretty good, heavy stock. I mean, I would even use wet media on this. It's that heavy. So, and it's nice and smooth, which is good for doodling. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but, you know, it set me back an entire 80 cents. So, whatever I do with it will be worth it, I think. So, yeah, it was like the only one on the shelf. And it didn't have anything else with it, so I don't know what the story was on this, but you know, scrounge around in your Tuesday morning, dig to the back of those deep shelves that are just a mess anyway, and you can find treasures. I have some happy mail. This is not really happy mail. This is like hysterically ecstatic mail. This is from my new best friend Karen, who lives in Sweden, and she asked if she could send me some Swedish stuff. Well, heck yeah! I'm still trying to get used to that. And I get quite frequent requests for people asking me if they can send me stuff, which just kind of freaks me out. I mean, not that, you know, I don't have any problem giving someone my mailing address to send me things. It's just weird that people out of the blue want to send me stuff. Do you understand that? I don't know. Maybe I'm not saying that right. I mean, I'm very grateful and thrilled. It's just, it's unusual, I guess is what I'm saying. But I love it, especially from other countries. And I know, and Karen sent this in 2 separate packages because, you know, postage, overseas postage can be crazy. And in fact, I kept all of her postage because she had these fabulous Swedish stamps on her packages that she sent. So, yeah, I kept them. I'm going to use that for something. I don't know what. And then in each package she sent, look what she does. Okay, girl's got skills. Look at that. She does these amazing watercolor doodles. She draws and paints them. And they're just, this one, I mean, it's so perfect. It almost looks like a print. But it's her. She done it. So these are 2 beautiful pieces of art that I will treasure forever and ever and ever and ever. So that, out of both packages, these were my favorite things. But she sent some fantastic stuff, and she obviously, you know, has watched a couple of my videos because she knows what I like. These maps, you know, foreign maps are just all kinds of fun for me, and I've never seen one quite like that. That's unusual. And then it has all of these awesome Swedish words, which, you know, I equate with IKEA. When I think of Sweden, the only thing I think of is IKEA, and I'm really sorry about that. I know there's more to Sweden than IKEA, but I'm American and I'm stupid, so that's kind of where I go with Sweden. So every time I look at this, I'm like, ooh, that's probably a couch at IKEA. Okay, but she's sent all of these, I mean, just an assortment of cool maps and travel brochures and book pages and papers. I've never seen paper like this. I don't know what that's all about, but I don't know if you can really even see the lines on it, but it's just got lines going every which way. A printed paper pad. I don't know. Look, Stockholm, I recognize a word. I can't, you know, when I got some German stuff a while back, and I could actually make out some of the words, some of the German words, because they were kind of close to English words, but Swedish words, they're not close so much. Look at this whole book. She sent a whole book of, it's obviously some kind of a tourist book for a, nature something. I did it. Nature something. So there we go. But these are just fantastic. And I'm going to send her a few goodies too. She mentioned that she doesn't get a lot of really glossy papers over there. Their stuff is not, they don't do a lot on glossy paper, so I might send her some glossy things. She sent me some of her fantastic junk mail. So now I will have some Swedish stuff in my junk journals. And look at that. Looks a little, okay. I'll tell you what, sometimes I don't know how these ideas pop in my head. I'm not even going to share that one. Look, how cool. This, I guess, is from a candy shop. These are the bags from a candy shop. How fun is that? And then this big magazine from, I know I've seen that word at IKEA. I don't know what that means. And book pages and stickers, which are just fantastic. So these, I mean, everything, I love absolutely everything that she sent in both packages and can't wait to use them. I've been meaning to do this video for several weeks now and just have had them set aside so that I didn't forget to show anything from them, and I've just been dying to use them. She sent a very sweet card and some more. This notepad. I love this notepad. I think she said it was from a store, maybe a grocery store, but I just love that because I use a lot of notepads. And then more maps and book pages and envelopes. Another nature book. Something about nature. And oh, these are her hand-painted papers, which are amazing. I wish you could feel them. They're just very soothing to touch. Look at the texture she got in there. Oh, they're absolutely beautiful. Yeah, that girl knows how to do stuff. And let's see. More goodies. Look, that's like English. How exciting. And the butterflies. And another brochure magazine thing. So I am all set with my new Swedish treasures. Thank you so very much, Karen. These are all fantastic. I love absolutely everything. I'm glad I finally got this video done so that I can dig in and start using these things because yes, they are just, I've enjoyed, you know, looking at them and admiring them, but it's time I need to actually start using them because they're going to be all kinds of fun. Okay, that's all I have for now. I haven't made a single thing in, I don't know, a couple of weeks, and I'll show you why. I'm trying to get stuff, some more stuff put on my Etsy site. I've got tons and tons of rubber stamps that just need to go. I'm just kind of weeding through my collection. I'm not getting rid of everything, nobody panic, but I'm just getting rid of the ones that I don't use very often. You know, if I haven't used them in 10 years, I'm probably not going to, so they can go. But it's a process, let me tell you. I'll give you a sneak peek. I'll show you, and I'm probably crazy for doing this because the room is a mess, but this is what I'm knee-deep in right now. So hang on just one second. Okay, this is my dining room area. Oh, before I get too far, I have to show you this because I'm excited about this. I wanted this cart from IKEA since I first saw it a little over a year ago, and it was constantly sold out at our store. And I watched our store for over a year waiting for this silly, stupid cart to finally get there so I could get it. They have another one that's in like a gray color, and oh yeah, it was available just fine, but the turquoise, not so much. So I finally got it, and it sat empty in my kitchen for I don't know how long, a month or two, because I didn't know what to do with it once I had it. But I knew I needed it, and now I know why. I'm using it as sort of my shipping station for Etsy stuff. So that's where all of my shipping supplies are, and it's working out great. See, I knew I needed that little cart. I wasn't just, you know, wanting it just to have it. I actually needed it. And this is the mess that I'm knee-deep in right now. I am going through all of my stamps, not all of my stamps, all of the unmounted rubber stamps that I've pulled out of my collection and decided I don't need. That's what these are. And some of them, like these bags, I haven't, they're by categories. I've got that far with them, but that's about it. And I have to index them so that you can see what the images are, right? And then, let me take the camera off of the tripod. This isn't working. Okay. I'm trying not to make everyone seasick, but I don't think I can avoid it. Here we go. Okay. So here's what I'm in the process of doing. They all have to be stamped out and indexed so that you can see exactly what the image is. Because, you know, unmounted rubber, you can't tell. It is so hard to tell. And then they have to be cleaned. You know, I'm making sure that I'm sending them out clean. Of course, they're all very stained because I've used them and I've loved them. But, you know, that doesn't affect their ability to function. And then I discovered when I was cleaning them that on some of them the halo's backing was just peeling right off really easy. Some of them not quite so easy. But if you're not familiar with that, yeah, it was the hook and loop, you know, Velcro system that we used back in the day when unmounted stamps were relatively new and no one knew what to do with them. So we'd put the loop part of the halos went on the back of the rubber, which was always red, not clear like it is now. And then the blocks looked like this. And they had strips of the hook tape in them so that your stamp just stuck on there. And that's how you used it. But you don't see that so much anymore. So I discovered that when cleaning the ink off of the stamps that some of the halo's backings were easy to peel off, so I started peeling them off. And then once I did that, I couldn't stop. I couldn't have like half my stamps with halos and half without, so I started peeling them all off. And I can remember at some point during the halos reign that they improved the adhesive and made it stronger. Yeah, I can kind of tell at which point they did that because I'm telling you, some of the stamps I have had to take pliers and pry the halos off the back. And I have sacrificed a couple of stamps to those efforts because the rubber ripped in half. But oh well. So anyway, these are going to be all kinds of fun, and these are not like cheesy, stupid images either. There are some really good, really artsy, funky things in here. I may keep those. See, that's the problem with doing something like this. I look at it and think, I don't know, I may actually need to keep that. So, anyway, that's what I'm working on. And then I have some crocheted stuff to put in the Etsy store, so I'm getting that. But the thing that's been kicking my butt lately is this little contraption. That's my little homemade light box that I've been using to take pictures of the stuff so that I can get, you know, a good quality picture to put on the, I'm distracted by this. Look, the bottom of my lamp is falling apart and crumbling onto the floor. I suppose I should clean that up, huh? I don't know how that happened. And I love that lamp because it's an OT light, you know? So it's got, well, not that hangy one. That's a shop light because I needed extra light. But I love the stand lamp because it's that OT light thing. But it's sort of falling apart, and that concerns me because I don't want to have to replace it. Oh, light box, right. So, anyway, I made it. Works great. I did discover after several days of frustrating pictures, you know, trying to get just the right color and You know, because you want it to be a completely white, seamless background, but also you want your product or whatever. Yeah, I'm cleaning up. I don't know why I'm trying to clean up while I'm filming. But you want your product or whatever to show up and not be washed out. And it's just been a nightmare because I don't know anything about photography. I'm not a photographer. I have a point and shoot camera. That's what I'm using right now. Very basic. It does have some settings that I can adjust, and I've played with them, and finally yesterday figured out what I liked. And of course it was outside. I just ditched all of my artificial light, took the thing outside in the sun, and that gave me the best picture. Of course, it's springtime in Houston. There's not much sun right now. It's all cloudy, and I don't think it's going to rain today. I have that pulled up because, you know, I was trying to adjust my light. But it's too cloudy to go out and take the pictures that I need. That's my big tarp. I have this huge painting tarp on that slab. That's where I do my kind of my DIY stuff around the house. It's just a perfect little outside work area. But that tarp needs to be cleaned, needs to be washed, and I really don't want to put it in my washer. I'm thinking I might try to find a laundromat that is not too horribly frightening and then take that there because I just don't know about putting that in my washer. I'm getting distracted, aren't I? Yeah, okay, that means that I've said everything I need to say and I'm just making stuff up. So, watch the Etsy store. You know, I'll put up a video when these are all, or at least when I start getting them listed. And I still have, a few sets of mounted rubber stamps that are available on there too. So you might go and check those out. And it's less than half of what I originally listed. So, yeah, there's not a whole lot left. So go check them out and see if you want any of those. And that's all I have for now. I'm going to try to make some progress on this, at least to the point where I feel like I'm making progress so that I can relax and then actually make stuff, fun stuff. So, yeah, that's all I have. And until next time, the end.